Hello students, I hope that you have studied the basic points on describing bar charts. Now we must practice writing, actually answering questions. Firstly, before starting, you must carefully read the given question. And then you must study the chart well. Then you must build up the description. There you must organize the description in 3 paragraphs. The introduction as the first paragraph, the analysis as the second paragraph, and finally conclusion as the third paragraph. Now let's look at a question. This is a question appeared in the O-level paper in 2012. Test number 14. First, let's read the question carefully. The following bar chart shows the after-school activities of grade 11 students of your school. Study the bar chart and write a description about it. Use about 100 words. Now, students, this is the bar chart. And you are also given a list of words and phrases. Let's look at it. The following words will help you. Most of the students, lowest number of, most popular, least popular, more popular than, minimum and maximum. Look at the topic of the chart. After school activities of grade 11 students. That is in the question itself. We can extract it from the question as well. After school activities of grade 11 students. In this chart, this is the x-axis or the horizontal Tiras Akshaya axis. It represents the activities. Then this is the y-axis or the vertical axis, and it represents the percentages of students. Students lage pratishataya penwanne y නැත්නම් සිරස් අක්ෂය. And look at these activities. You must mention these activities also in your first paragraph. Sports, read books, visiting friends, gardening, and watch television. Now children, let's look at the sample introduction or the first paragraph. When writing the introduction, you can use the sentence in the question. The following bar chart. පහත දැක්වෙන bar chart එක. Instead of following, we can use above. ඉහත දැක්වෙන above. and write the same sentence. Your school, instead of your school, we can use our school. Or else you can give the name of the school. Name of the school. Students of Gamunu Vidyalaya. Students of Saman Vidyalaya. Like that. Now let's read. The above bar chart shows the after school activities of grade 11 students of our school. Then you must talk about the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis or the horizontal axis represents the activities. Then you must mention what those activities are. The activities are sports, reading books, visiting friends, gardening and watching television. In the chart we have sports, read books, visit friends, gardening and watch television. Instead of these verbs, I have taken the ing form of those verbs. As reading, visiting and watching. There I have taken the gerund or the noun. verb එකකින් අපිට noun එකක් හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් ing form එක දාලා. read කියවනවා, reading කියවීම. visit බලන්නට යනවා, visiting බලන්නට යෑම. watch බලනවා, watching බැලීම. විදිහට noun එක අරගෙන තියෙනවා අපි මෙතනදී. Now let's introduce the y-axis. The y-axis represents the percentage of students. There are axis only one, so you must use the simple present tense. Represents. Add s to the stem of the verb. These facts are enough for the first paragraph or the introduction of a bar chart. You have introduced the topic, you have introduced the axis, and further the x-axis also is described. So you have completed your introduction. Now it's time for the analysis. You must analyze the bar chart now. That is your second paragraph. Before analyzing, you must use the given words and name all the bars. After that, it is very easy for you to write the description. Let's look at those words and phrases. Most of the students. Students lagging most. Vadima. There, this is that bar, the tallest bar. Vadima. Most, the tallest bar. Then lowest number of, lowest, the shortest bar, lowest, aduma. The shortest bar, lowest. Most popular, වැඩිම ජනප්‍රිය. Most. Least popular, අඩුම ජනප්‍රිය. Least, the shortest bar again. More popular than. There you have a comparison. more ආවහම compare කිරීමක් සිද්ධ කරන්නේ. comparative adjective එකක් more. එහෙනම් සංසන්දනයක් සිද්ධ කරන්නේ. ඒ වගේම more වගේම less is also a comparative adjective which is used to compare something. Less වඩා අඩු, more වඩා වැඩි. Minimum, that is minimum, aduma, again the shortest bar. Maximum, uparima, avama uparima, minimum, maximum. Maximum, the tallest bar again. Now most, maximum, go to the describe the tallest bar. Least, lowest, minimum can be used to describe the shortest bar. When comparing two things, we can use the comparative adjectives less or more. Now we are going to use these words and phrases in our second paragraph or the analysis. We are discussing after school activities of the students. So we can use the verb like, kamathi, like. The verb like can be used. So we are starting the analysis. The most of the students like visiting friends. The tallest bar is visiting friends. The most of the students like visiting friends. It is the most popular activity. ඒක තමයි වැඩිම ජනප්‍රිය activity එක. The maximum percentage of the students like it. Students ලගෙන් වැඩිම උපරිම ප්‍රතිශතය ඒකටයි කැමති. It records as 31%. ඒ වාර්තා වෙනවා 31%ක් ලෙස. මෙන්න මේ phrase එක අපිට ඕනෙම number එකක් percentage එකක් දෙනකොට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. It records as. So we have used this one, these two words, this one, and this one. Now we are going to use these three words. That means this phrase, and this phrase. Least, lowest, and minimum, describing the shortest bar. The lowest number of the students like gardening. It is the least popular activity. The minimum percentage of the students like it. අඩුම අවම ප්‍රතිශතය ශිෂ්‍යයන්ගේ නවම ප්‍රතිශතය කැමති ඒකට. It records as 10%. Now we have taken all these phrases and words, and now this is left. More popular than. There we are going to do a comparison. More vada vadi, and we can use less as well, saying vada adu. There we must select two bars. We have described only these two? So, let's compare watching television with reading books. Watching television 24%, reading books 20%. Now we are going to use more. Watching television is more popular than reading books. More popular වඩා වැඩියෙන් ජනප්‍රියයි නම් වැඩි දේ කලින් ගන්න ඕනේ 24% එන්නේ watching television 20% reading books. More popular වඩා වැඩි දේ කලින් mention කරා. They record ඒවා වාර්තා වෙනවා as 24% and 20% respectively. පිළිවෙලින් නම් කලින් mention කරපු දේ percentage එක කලින් සඳහන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Then the gap is 6%. Gap පරතරය 6% වේ. In the same way, you can use the comparative adjective less. We have already used these bars, so let's use sports and reading books. These two. Sports 15%, reading books 20%. Sports is less popular than reading books. ක්‍රීඩා කියන activity එක less popular වඩා අඩු ජනප්‍රියතාවයක් තියෙනවා පොත් කියවීමට. වඩා අඩු දේ කලින් mention කරා. They record as 15% and 20% respectively. පිළිවෙලින් නායමත් කලින් කිව්ව දේ කලින් සඳහන් කරන්න ඕනේ. percentage එක පසුවට කිව්ව දේ පසුවට සඳහන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. The gap is 5%. Now, this is your analysis. We have used all the given words. Most of the students, most popular, maximum, lowest number of, least popular, minimum. And we have done the comparison. We have compare and contrast the facts using comparative adjectives like more and less. So that is enough for your second paragraph or the analysis. Finally, we must give a conclusion now as the third paragraph or the last paragraph. There we can say what we can see or what we can predict or even what we can guess. By looking at this chart again, you can see that visiting friends is the most popular activity. It can be also taken as a time wasting කාලේ කාදමන activity එකක් විදිහටත් ගන්න පුළුවන්. Sports and gardening, those are outdoor activities and those are not much popular. But indoor activities like reading books, watching television, those have a considerable popularity. Indoor activities වලට වැඩිය outdoor එළි මහන් activities වලට වැඩිය indoor ගෘහස්ත activities වලට වැඩියෙන් කැමති කියලා පේනවා. So now you must say what you can see, predict or guess. Let's look at the sample conclusion. According to this bar graph, මේ graph එකට අනුව, the students in my school, instead of my you can use our school, or the students in Gamunu Vidyalaya. According to this bar graph, the students in our school like to enjoy their time with friends. That is why they visit friends. They are after school activity visiting friends, that is the most popular one. So they like to enjoy their time with friends. Further, they like indoor activities like watching television and reading books. Majority of them do not like outdoor activities like sports and gardening. Majority බහුතරය ඔවුන්ගෙන් බහුතරය majority of them do not like outdoor activities like sports and gardening. You don't need to write all these three sentences, but you can guess, predict or say something about the graph. Write one sentence as the conclusion. That is enough. So that is the end of your description, and you have completed your description. So follow this sample description and write more answers. Let's meet with another question. Goodbye.